Ronco?
You don't remember the Ronco rotisserie chicken commercial?
Oh man, no.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, he would always talk about the set it and
Set it and forget
set
it.
it and forget it. You remember that?
Set it and forget it. I remember, but
Well, maybe because
as it applies to rotisserie chicken, I don't think so.
yeah, because the only reason why I remember because I worked at a call center a long time ago. Oh, this is gonna give me an ad. No, this is it.
A tender leg of lamb, 8 beef and chicken kebabs, and everybody's favorite, baby back ribs. It's all done with Showtime. It can do a 10-pound turkey, 2 3¼ pound chickens. To do a chicken, slide the spit rods through the chicken,
10-pound
put your
turkey?
wheel on, and put
Bro,
it
this
in
was the joint when it came out.
In about 1 hour, the chicken is done. To do a rib.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
Yeah, the set it and forget it. Yeah, the Ronco rotisserie. But the only reason why I remember is because I worked at a call center where we used to take calls for it.
Oh.
Yeah. But bro, that was like 2000. That was 1999 around there. Yeah.
You know, it's still weird for me. I still feel like when people say like 2000 anything, like it wasn't that long ago. But it really was because it's 26 almost. So, I mean, if somebody says, you know, even if you said 2005, like that was 20 years ago, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I seen one of those interview on the street things the other day where they were like, at what age do you become an unk? Or what was your birth year? And people was like, yeah, anything past 2000, you an unk. I was like, past 2000? You crazy? But then I was like, oh yeah, because even if you were born in 2000, you 25 years old now.
But how you an unk at 25 though? That's crazy.
But if I'm 16, like especially back in the day, on the east side of Atlanta, 16, 17, you at the park, you playing basketball with dudes that's 23, 24, 25, like you consider them to be like grown men. You know what I'm saying? You 17, they 25, you unk.
Or at least big, but that's
big bro
right there.
Bruh.
I think once you get into like your 30s, then you probably like
Yeah. See,
if you're
when
25,
I feel like
big bro then.
I feel like when we're younger, anybody that's like older than us or got like facial hair, they look like they in their 30s. Like he probably 30, he probably 28. Yeah, that
man, my kids were always like my son and all them, they would always think, you know, when they see older people that they were like super old. It was like, yo, hold up.
Like, wait a minute.
Like, wait, they're not that old.
Right. If they that old, then how old that make me?
Oh, you what? Man, that's old. Like,
right.
Yo, that ain't old. But yeah, that would be like I remember that'd be like Big Bro. Like that was Big Bro right there.
Yeah.
Because he's like 25. But yo, once you get to 30.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you really sit back and think about it, from a life expectancy perspective, 30 is middle age, bro. Like
that's facts.
Literally like 35 is you're a middle-aged man at around 35 years old. If life expectancy
is 72 or something like that. Yeah.
So you already at 31, you're going through a midlife crisis.
That's wild style. That's rough.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, but to answer your question earlier with D&C, but about virality, man, I don't know how to make a video go viral. Like, and I know people who write books and stuff that talk about virality, but like you got to have a special type of video. Like you actually have to craft it as a video to make that video go viral. Like it can't be just like a clip from the interview. It has to be like, there's like a formula, right? I got this book by this guy named Brendan Kane. And Brendan Kane was he doesn't serve in that capacity anymore, but he was the guy that helped Taylor Swift with all her social media branding and marketing and stuff, right? And so he wrote a couple books, but there's a formula for virality, but you gotta actually create the video. It's not, hey, let me just make an Opus clip and post that from the, an interview or unless you're somebody that's super famous and super well known, where it's automatically going to receive thousands of views because, you know, you're Joe Budden or, you know, especially like a podcast perspective, you're Joe Budden or you're Fat Joe, you know,
Yeah.
Jada or somebody like that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a video, what do you call it, responses, when people watch a video and
Mhm.
film their response.
Mhm.
Some of those will go viral, but then it just depends on like what was the virality of the original video
Facts.
itself, right?
That's right.
And then, but I've seen like a lot of the streamers talking about, yeah, if I want to go viral, I know I'm gonna post these 10 videos of this right here, and then I'm gonna
Mhm.
post the reaction to this, and so. But to get the organically viral scenario from a podcast, especially, I feel like now that's a lot more difficult to do without a known entity or a celebrity being involved in that viral moment. Like it no longer, it used to be, but no, gone is the day where you could just be a regular podcaster and you just black out on a podcast and go on a rant or something, and then that goes viral. Like that day is gone. There's so much noise in the market, in the podcast market. You can go ham and cheese in a moment. I could stand up on the table in here. It won't even matter. Like, even think about when you go way back to when we talked about the scenario that took place at
Ray Daniels
Ray
spot.
Daniels spot. That never really, like, it was news for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it was over. You would think something like that, if that had happened like 3 years ago, that absolutely would have been everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, the climate has changed. But then, you know, depending on what it is and whether or not it resonates, you know, like I tell clients all the time, is everybody's version of viral is not necessarily the same. Because, say for example, usually you have posts that get 40 views. You have posts that usually get 80 views. Posts that on average your post may get 300 views. If you have a post that gets 5,000 views, for you, that's was viral.
For sure.
Because it went outside, it went exponentially outside the realm of what your average traffic was, which means you clearly reached people that you wouldn't have normally reached. For you, in that scenario, that's viral. Everybody always obviously ties something viral to being something that gets hundreds, thousands, millions of views. But for the individual content creator, I think the definition of that is different for us all, just based on what the scale of our product is.
Yeah. And actually on the channel, there's a couple of videos that I had that, if that's the criteria that we use, that went viral. I mean, I got a video that's up, it's like almost 50,000 views. I mean, it's not a podcast.
Yeah.
It's me actually talking about production software.
Yeah.
And actually using it and showing people how to do stuff on it.
If at normal, your views were 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and then you have one that does 50,000.
Yeah,
that was viral.
That video went viral. I got another, and I got a couple of videos like that that are actually up there that aren't podcast related. They're really music production related. And Brian and I got into a conversation about this some time ago, about doing those types of videos, because I see those types of videos all the time. I mean, as an example, the new MPC3 Live 3 just came out, right?
Yes.
Everybody been hyping it up, been getting
everybody doing their unboxing
video.
Yeah.
My first beat.
I saw Jermaine Dupri
Exactly.
unbox his, and then I saw Tricky Stewart.
Yep, Tricky got one.
Unbox his.
Yep. They all got one. They all got sent.
Tricky talking about, I need 2 of them.
And that's what I tell people. It's like, keep in mind, these people ain't had to buy it.
That's right. When you say I need 2, I mean, send me 2.
I mean, he gonna get sent 2. I mean,
I'll open the box. You're welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because how many people do I have watching me or that know me, and that by a word I could say, yo, this is a great product, and then 5,000 producers go buy that off just the strength of who I am and the word that I say about your product. And so
literally at this point for the NPCs, or what is it, Akai, the brand, Jermaine Dupri is basically like a brand ambassador at
For
this
sure.
point because he is a fanatic.
Yeah, if you don't think Jermaine is a brand ambassador of a guy,
Yeah.
shh.
He's a fanatic of
Facts.
their product.
Yeah, yeah. And so stuff like that goes viral, right? Me and Brian were talking about that, and it was like, he was like, you should make more of that stuff. I was like, yeah, but there's a million channels out there that do that. True, the videos got a lot of views. When you look at all the content creators who make, once again, there's that thing, content creators who make music on YouTube, everybody does it. It's like, I don't want to be one of them because everybody does it.
Yeah. And then that may even have been for you part of the reason why that particular piece grabbed the attention of more viewers than usual. Maybe you were an unfamiliar face talking about a familiar scenario. They like, let me see what this guy's perspective is.
Right.
And then depending on who clicked it, who knew about the product, then a combination of what you were saying and what you were talking about made it catch more viewers than it usually would. Things get swept up into the algorithm. So like, for example, even the time of day that you upload a video, it can get swept up into, so you can post something, for example, what was it? The embarrassment of riches, when we talked about the songwriters who wrote songs or writing songs for premier artists, right? It's like the time of day that video, that clip dropped, it just hit right at that moment. So usually if a post was getting a couple hundred, that one quickly went to a couple thousand. So you're like, okay, well, that, depending on what time of day that was, we caught the end of high traffic and it got swept up into it because clearly it got picked up and watched by people who don't normally see our content. But then the same wind, when it made that right turn, when the algorithm made that right turn, ours kept going straight. So, you know, so whereas somebody else's went to 50, 60, 70, 1,000, ours was still in the thousands. So
yeah, that was a video that did well. The not BTS. The
I know exactly what you're talking about. When you talked about the
new I would say new school.
Stray Kids.
Yeah, the Stray Kids video.
That one went crazy.
On TikTok, that thing went crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I maybe need to talk about Stray Kids more often, right?
Right.
So I was like, yo.
That was something that clearly resonated with a lot of people.
Clearly resonated with a lot of people. I guess anytime you talk about, once again, topics that resonate with people, then they're interested in watching those types of videos.
It just depends though, right? Because it depends. If you're talking about it when everybody else is, sometimes you don't get the emotion.
Because it's so oversaturated because everybody's talking about it, right? And that's one of the beauties of using a tool like vidIQ, promotion. That's a tool like vidIQ, right? Y'all can sponsor one of these videos, you know what I mean? But because it'll show you how many people are talking about that type of content. I mean, I think YouTube analytics kind of does the same thing where it shows you, oh, this thing is way oversaturated because everybody's talking about it right now. And a lot of times if somebody's talking about it, they're going to go to their go-to people to kind of watch that topic. They're not really looking for a new face because they don't really trust you at that moment to go, do you really know what you're talking about?
And then too, it depends on how quickly you get in on it. Because if you're one of the first thousands, because it's hundreds of thousands, if you're one of the first thousands, it could be that person did go to see the person that they normally listen to talk about it. But then while they're there, they might see yours and click on that one too, just to see if your perspective was the same. And then next thing you know, again, you get swept up into the motion of the algorithm as it goes.
Yeah, and that's the crazy.
But you can't be the 300,000th person to post about it. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap because it's already saturated. People already watched it. That's kind of the same thing with, which is why I don't really do those types of videos. Like, you really won't catch me making videos of me showing you things on the machine or on the MPC.
Yeah.
Because like with the MPC Live 3, they had that a month, 2 months before. So you got content creators who are known content creators who make music that Akai or Native Instruments has made these deals with, and they sent you this product 2 months ahead of time before release. So that gives you a jump.
Yeah.
You can play around with it. And they already making videos. So they probably got 4, 5, 6 videos already lined up.
Yeah.
My first beat. Yeah. Well, you made that beat like a month ago.
Yeah.
But the video has already been recorded. And so you got videos that you can push out. Now, if I try to make a video, as soon as I get it, I'm already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Because
you're in with Gym Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the Gym Pop. I'm not the first to market anymore when it comes to those types of videos or any type of virality video thing that happens from that perspective. It's like,
I notice sometimes too, you can revisit virality. So if something went viral 3 months ago and then you come back to it in some kind of angle, I noticed that it will feed it back to the people who latched onto it the first time. And then this time you aren't stuck in new traffic, right? You're literally coming to join something that already took place, but because you're coming to join it, it's kind of like being the last one in the party, right? Like if you're the last one to walk in, everybody sees you. He's like, everybody turn like, uh-oh, who is this? And then you get those.
Like when you go to work and everybody, and the meeting already started.
And the meeting already started. And then you walk in.
You're like.
And everybody's like. So that in that way, it's possible to catch on to the end after something is over, but you have to wait till it's over.
Yeah.
It can't even still have motion because then you just get caught up in the Gym Pop.
It's so crazy. Yeah. You'll get caught on Gym Pop. That's crazy. Because you mentioned something earlier when we were just talking about podcast things. I saw this video there. Sometimes I go and watch just YouTube. I got to get out of watching the YouTube. Just sometimes I'll sit at night and just watch YouTube. So last night around like 11 o'clock, I was watching a YouTube video about the most dangerous moments on podcasts. Right. And I was like, oh, some of these. And the consensus that I got out of all of these things is that it was instigated by the host. And as I'm watching, I'm going, yeah, see, this is all y'all fault. This is all y'all fault. And what was crazy is that most of the incidents were no jumper ones.
Oh, yeah. For me, the no jumper ones, it's hard. I literally watch them side eye because I'm trying to figure out which ones are real and which ones were staged. Like which ones that I'm like, no jumper to me is like WWE. Like more times than not, they planned to just spaz out, crash out, say something crazy to the guest, and then the guest stands up and try to walk out, or come back and sit down, and then talk a little bit more. Then they mess around and try to punch somebody. I feel like it's no jumper to me is the WWE of podcast.
Like, yo, hey, we're gonna stage this at this time. I want you to come in. Because one of the instances, and I'm sure y'all seen this thing before because it's old news in regards to like when it took place. But I saw the clip of when the dude came in with the gun or the baton or whatever it was, and he was trying to hit Adam 22 with it, and he was like, oh no, but he was kind of smiling and laughing at the same time. And people were like, oh, that's probably fake. You probably staged that.
Yeah.
Right. And then he went on Vlad talking about, no, I didn't really know what was going on. It probably was, a joke. Probably wasn't. I didn't really know. And I was caught up in the moment. That's kind of why I was like, he laughing a little bit because I didn't really know which way to take it and which. Yeah, they probably did stage it. But some of them were absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. So they had this one dude. He was a crazy trash. But anyway, he was a rapper on there. And so when it began, the dude came out and they brought him a block of cheese. I don't know if you see. Do you see that?
No, block of cheese. What?
A block of cheese. Trying to call him a rat. Right. So and he was like, the dude was like, yeah, what's this? He was like, oh, I thought you was hungry. Thought you may want to, you may want to nibble on.
Wait,
that.
This was on No Jumper?
No. This was
another
pod, right? Wow. So in this video, they had like a whole bunch of different podcasts.
They had put them together.
And had put them all together.
Montage.
So I'm sitting there watching like 16, 17 minutes of the worst podcast.
Chicanery.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but most of them is started by the host.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and so as they were going on the interview, the dude was like, I guess he has something about like face paralysis or something like that. And the dude was trying to make fun of him, and whatever the case was. And the host was like, "Oh, is that the reason why your music is so trash?" And the dude was like, "Yo, what you up it?" And he tried to. The dude was going after him.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you did that though.
Yeah.
You caused that incident, right? And Brian and I have talked a lot, and you've been in conversation with us about it, about these culture vulture type of activities that a lot of these podcasts do, so they can get these views. And I'm sure from that dude views went crazy, right?
Yeah, obviously, he was on that montage clip, so
exactly, it went crazy.
Yeah,
I saw one where Charleston White pulled out the hammer on in the interview.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like some dude took a phone call in the middle of the interview and was on the phone for like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then came back with like, yo, man, that's my wife. You know what I'm saying? She had an emergency. And the dude was like, bro, like, this was the middle of the interview. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, man, calm down, man. This can be edited, bro.
Right.
And the dude was like,
that out.
The dude was like, yo, but bro, like, he was like, man, nigga, you, like, man, be quiet, bro. Like, and so the host started going off on the guests.
Yeah.
Talking about, oh, we can edit it out and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, see, first of all, that was disrespectful. I understand if it was an issue with your wife, hey, let's pause the interview for a moment. Let me come handle this. And then I will come back and we're going to do this whole thing. Oh, that's why I have things on mute and all that stuff, right? Like, because it's disrespectful. And all them things, man, were initiated by the host in some kind of way, in some capacity. Like I saw, and then we can talk about something else, but and in my head, now, I don't know this guy from Adam, but I can only judge your podcast. I don't want to use the word judge, because you know how people, I don't care about that. Judge your podcast and your behaviors and actions on the podcast by what you do on the podcast.
Right.
I don't know you from anything, but I can only see what fruit and behaviors and characters you portray on your podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
So that becomes my perspective.
That becomes my perspective of who you are.
Yeah.
Because you're allowing that behavior to be transmitted on your podcast as a representation of who you are in that. Because, I mean, you're going to be different in your podcast as you are in real life.
Yeah.
So in the same montage, they had the Island Boys on there.
Oh,
right.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's always a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Had the Island Boys in there. And so they were, and the Island Boys and another guest got kind of getting into it. And then the host, Danza, was like, I'll mention whoever, but anyway. So it was Danza. And so as they were talking about the whole thing, Danza was like, yeah, so what about y'all kissing and stuff? It was like, why'd you have to bring that up?
Yeah.
Like, we already know that this situation happened.
Yeah.
Now you're just trying to rehash old things so that you can cause some type of reaction from your guests, which it did.
Of course.
And the Island Boys, man, I messed all this up. And so, of course, he was like, yo, I wish you would. Let's go. And the people came out. He stood up. And it's like, it's like, why though, man? Like, y'all causing all.
But that happens.
You're causing all these issues.
I mean, shoot, that's what you call it. Charlemagne the God does that.
Yes.
I mean, I've heard people be like, I told them to tell y'all not to talk about that.
Yeah.
And y'all brought it up anyway. Yeah, he'd be like, oh, well, they said don't mention, the weather outside. They ain't say nothing about the sun.
Yeah, Charlemagne don't care.
Like, he find a way around it. And they be like, come on, man, come on.
But I think
they looking for. I won't say that they're looking for the viral moment, but
Absolutely.
it's kind of like at the same time.
Oh, they digging.
They are, yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
But, the weird thing about it is they don't see it as looking for a viral moment. They look at it as they're not being. It could be perceived that they're not being true to their craft if they don't ask the questions that they know that people want the answers to.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, somebody gonna call me a cop out or scared if I don't ask this question. So I'm gonna ask it anyway.
But if we already know that it's a situation that happened, like what? That's because people just want that satisfaction of that gossip satisfaction, I guess, that drama satisfaction. Yeah. It's like
when DJ Envy told Tyrese he was gonna bust him in the mouth. And Charlamagne like, wait, hold on a second. He like, nah, he know. I was gonna hit him in the mouth. He's like, why are you saying that in here, man?
Right.
Come on.
On the show that you know is going to be publicized.
Yeah, he's like, he know why.
Why?
But why are you doing that in here?
Exactly.
You at work right now.
Exactly. You at work right now.
You clocked in right now.
A certain level of professionalism you're supposed to have at work.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I guess not in the hip hop media space. I guess there isn't. Is there a
you know what
a mark of professionalism that has to be displayed? I don't see it.
You just said something, because how many times do we see crash outs on non-hip hop, non-culture podcasts?
Who crashing out on any of those?
It's only us.
No.
We the only ones.
I'd love to see an interview with Taylor Swift crashing out on somebody.
Just crash out. Just John Bellion.
I'd love to see John. Actually, I do want to interview John Bellion though. That's my guy right there. Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen John Bellion crash out on an interview.
No.
You're not because there is a certain level of respect, certain level of protocol, certain level of honor, I would say, probably given to those platforms, which is why.
What's the one guy, the white kid? He's a young kid. He interviews.
You talking about Aiden Ross?
No. He's not a streamer.
He's not a streamer. Okay.
He's I guess he's got a podcast show, but he interviews
like a lot of music people.
Always music people, but it's like
Did he interview Ryan Tedder?
I'm sure he has. I mean, he interviews like
I think I know you're talking
Ryan Tedder's, the Bellions, the Taylor Swifts, the JoJo's,
I know you're talking. I don't know his name, but I know you're talking. Something
like
Walls.
Andy Walls or something like that. Yes. I don't know how he's gained that access.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's like
I've been wondering the same thing
of pop music. Like he can get
I've seen
Sharon, all of them. He can get them on his show.
Easy. I've seen Ryan on there a couple of times. So, but I mean, he has an audience.
Oh yeah,
because he has what 1 point something million.
I'm sure
subscribers
probably does, but
it's like
he's clearly locked in on the industry side.
Yes,
because
but we don't see crash out on.
They don't crash out.
But could that be a reason? I know this is probably bringing up something
other than what's his name, curly hair, back in the day, Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, but Howard Stern was the intent. That was the intent of the show to be shock value. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that, and to talk about topics that really were out there, and to get people's responses and things like that. I mean, so that was his thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I know it's old news, but could that be the reason why, like Kendrick, when he was doing that press run, didn't really touch any black media? Like he was going to like Harper's Bazaar and Vogue and
going to places where he knew they were going to stick to the script.
That's right. And in black hip hop media, they're not going to do that. Yeah. Can you imagine Charlamagne sticking to a script?
Right.
If he was confined,
what not to say, that's not going to go over well.
Not going to go over well at all. But you know, when you go on those types of platforms, you already know what you're getting yourself into. I mean,
and I guess that's why in his case you stay away from him.
That's right.
Because once you walk in, you already know what you already know. Signed up for.
You already know. Like so we had a conversation a long time ago about if an independent was offered the ability to go on The Breakfast Club, should they take it? Knowing now they may not have a certain level of drama in their life that a celebrity would, but should they go to one of those types of platforms? Yeah, I mean, you can kind of control the narrative of what happens. I mean, that's kind of what what's old boy name? He's a white guy. He has a lot of tattoos on his face.
On his face?
Yeah, he used to be a rapper, but now he does country. He kind of just left rap alone, even though that kind of made his
Which
career.
one? Post Malone?
Yeah, Post Malone. Yes. So because Charlamagne was trying to really dig at Post Malone, and Post Malone was like, "I'm not going there with you," and he really was he was really directing where everything was going.
Yeah.
And Charlamagne kept trying to dig, and Post Malone was like, "No, we're not doing that." That's not what's going to happen. I mean, you have to have the ability in some capacity to control your narrative of what happens on a platform like that. Even if they ask the question, I'm not answering that question.
Yeah.
Y'all know the story. You know what happened. We don't need to go any further with that.
Right.
But Charlamagne, well, how come we could? But we could have. No. We got to dig a little. No, we good. We good.
Yeah, it's hard. Seems like for people to just maintain their composure and let something be what it is without speaking on it.
Facts.
I just saw the clip of, and I'm not even sure what they were on. The rapper B.I. talking about how she did a song and said something about Cardi B, and then Cardi B came back and said something about her.
Right.
And she's like, I really don't even want to feed into that anymore. She was like, that was a year ago that I said something. And so I'm just kind of at the point now where like, let's let it be what it is. Like she's like, I feel like I would be corny to come back a year later to reply to something
that was a year ago.
Okay, Cardi, I got mine off. Now Cardi got hers off. Like, now let's just let it be what it is.
Let it be.
But of course, it was asked in the interview, even though it had been,
That's because they looking for that. They still digging. Like, why are you bringing
looking
stuff
for that
year
viral
ago?
moment?
Why are you asking things
that viral soundbite
from a year ago?
Yeah. Well, her verse was a year ago, but Cardi's was apparently on this new album.
It was on the new. It was because I think I saw something about should she make a video to that to that album?
Yes.
And or to that song. Yeah. And it was like, unless you take the J. Here we go. I mentioned it.
Take the J. Cole route.
Take the J. Cole route. Because who was it? Lil Pump? He said something like a long time ago. And people wanted Cole to respond to it. He never did until he came out with 1985.
Yeah.
And that was years later.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a jab. And he even sat down and had him on his podcast at the time. And they talked about the whole situation. But I don't know, man. It's like everybody just wants to be involved in some capacity with drama and salaciousness, and gossip.
Everybody's trying to find their way to have their moment.
Even if your moment got to come from you looking bad and doing something that causes some type of issue.
Yeah.
Like you want your moment that bad.
Yeah. I struggle with that in the everyday industry of independent films because most Black independent filmmakers want to make movies about us either robbing, stealing, or killing. Nobody wants to do a love story or romantic comedies are hard to come by these days. Even stories that are based on novels or based on true stories, like those things it's not as interesting because it's not as flashy in our culture. And, we try to find ways to elevate the culture and show, that we have the ability to create other things and to see, the cinematic aspect of things. But everybody's like, yeah, but we know, whether it go to Netflix or whether it goes to Tubi, if it's a shoot 'em up bang bang, then it's gonna do numbers.
We don't see no black rom-com.
Yeah. What was the last black rom-com that was like, especially in movie theaters? Or even one that just went kind of, if you can go viral on a streaming platform, which I'm sure that is a thing, but
Best Man.
Was that
is that like a rom-com?
Yeah, I think it definitely.
It's definitely a rom-com.
Yeah.
It was a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, and it has violence. Remember when your boy
always
Tay got punched he got beat up by Morris Chestnut?
Yeah. Like in modern day, I can't think of one where we just knocked one out the park.
I mean, they're supposed to be making
think about it. Our last big hurrah movie was the Sinners movie. which was a horror thriller, which is fine.
I still haven't seen it.
You ain't missed nothing.
I still haven't seen it. Well, now they got him. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him.
But I don't want to see those.
But I'm not completely familiar with what him is about. But
I don't know, some football, horror
athlete.
Oh, okay. But I don't want to see that. I want to see a great, I mean, I don't watch horror films anyway, but I just want to see a really good movie with black people in it.
Yeah.
I mean.
You know, a movie I saw the other day was on the Spill app. Shout out to Spill, which is a black-owned tech company / app doing great things for the culture. But they do a night where they show a movie on the app with the chat live. So you can watch the movie and chat about the movie at the same time. And the movie was Boomerang.
Oh, yeah. See, Boomerang was great.
Amazing movie. Rom-com movie, and had basically what turned into an
Eddie Murphy
all-star cast.
Eddie Murphy, Leela Rashawn.
Man, everybody was in there. Grace
Jones,
Halle Berry, Robin Givens, David Allen Greer, Martin Lawrence.
Man, yeah.
Tisha Campbell. I mean, the cast was and I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, but the cast was insane.
Yeah, I want to see movies like that.
And so everybody was like, what movie is this? When did this come out?
Boomerang.
And they like, how is Halle Berry only the secretary in this movie? Like, who is this other lady? Because now most people don't know who Robin Givens is, right? I mean, Halle Berry's still
you made from Mike Tyson,
culturally relevant. Right.
Right.
And so that was like truly a great rom-com style movie. Like, where is that?
We don't have those today.
Yeah. So in the world of independence, it's hard to find even a script writer or and I know Country Wayne did a rom-com movie that I think it went to like Amazon. But meh. But you know, so in all facets of the independent space, it's so tempting and to us sometimes so easy within the culture to try to go after what we think is going to be that salacious thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'd rather watch, you know, in our culture, we rather watch somebody robbing, killing, and stealing than loving their wife, being a good husband, raising their kids, being a good father, you know, going to the grocery store, you know, being a provider, you know. Now we want to see fathers out of the home, not paying child support, hemmed up by the police, having to rob the bank to pay child support, caught up with 2 baby mamas, you know, and they want to see all of these types of things. It's like, yo, you know what? I don't want to see the stereotypical black movies anymore. I want to see some really, really good movies with black characters in it.
Yes. And let us be the exception to the rule. Yeah. If that's what you think is the truth of every black.
And I don't want to see y'all in dresses, so stop that.
I know. We can't do a comedy.
You can't do a comedy without somebody being in a dress and whatever the case. Stop that. I want to see a really good movie, but just have some black actors in it. I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, you know what movie was really good? What was the movie that was a Western movie? What was that? What was the movie that was
There was one on Netflix a while
ago. The Harder They Fall. Came out in 2021.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, The Harder They Fall actually was an actual real good movie. Yes, that one was actually good. Even though it came out in 2021. But it was an actual, it had Jonathan Majors, Zazie Beetz in it, Lakeith Stanfield, Delroy Lindo.
Right.
Idris Elba, Regina King.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was
was on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good Western movie. That was really good. I want to see stuff like that. I don't want to see. Hey, yo, what's up, nigga? Run yourself, fool, nah, man. Yo, give her that bread. Give her that bread, fam. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing that. But, you know, when you think about it.
When it happens, it is going to just absolutely shake the earth. When someone does a phenomenal, you know, romantic comedy, and I don't know, like, if are we having trouble getting all black actors to work together or something?
There was one that was, I don't know. It had,
but when that happens, it's gonna be.
It had, what was the one with Issa Rae? It was recently that she was in a movie.
Now, shout out to her, because that one movie, what was it called?
Photograph.
Big?
The Photograph.
Oh,
that with Lakeith Stanfield. That movie was really good, even though it got a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.1 on IMDb. That movie was actually really good. I enjoyed it. I watched it with the wife.
Photograph.
Yeah, The Photograph was actually really good.
And that's on what? Is that on Netflix?
Yes, Hulu, something like that. Even though Hulu is about to go away, but yeah, something like that.
I need to check it out.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV for $3.99 or
$3.99.
It's on Hulu too.
I don't get enough of our money already.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Everything keep going up.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think that's the thing.
I want to see that, The Photograph. If you say it's good.
Well, you know, hold up. Because I may say it's good. You may watch it and be like, yeah, that movie was trash. But I like rom-coms.
It
was good. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good movie. But when you sit back and think about it, even from an independent perspective, when you were talking about movies, independent films, nobody doing rom-coms, or, you know, I guess I would say wholesome type movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing in music. I mean, because what feeds the hunger that the people have from a music perspective. I mean, B was telling me B was telling me about some rapper who made like this real clean, wholesome song, and it went viral. But it's like viral because it's something that we aren't really hearing.
Yeah.
But what drives the algorithm though? You know, I got to talk about girls, you know, hoes and girls and drugs and guns and run up on people. You know, I got to talk about those types of things for my music to perceive to go viral, or for people to listen to it. People are like, man, listen to no wholesome talking about, you know, you changing diapers.
Yeah, I want to do a movie like a Boomerang, where not only is the movie amazing, and mind you, back then all those actors weren't like well known, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna flip it back. Except Eddie and Grace. Except Eddie, right? And I want the music to be as amazing as the movie. Yeah. Remember when soundtracks used to just be,
soundtrack was dope.
Was amazing.
Bomb. Isn't that where End of the Road was on?
Was it?
Boys the Men?
It might have been. I remember the PM Dawn that died without.
Yes, that was
on there.
Yes.
That sound, it had the Keith Washington song. That soundtrack was amazing. Like they made that music, or A&R that music. The New Jack City had an amazing soundtrack.
It did. It had an amazing soundtrack. But now
for the culture, somebody needs to make an amazing romantic comedy with a phenomenal soundtrack to match it.
What was this album? Let's see.
Because we ain't seen a good one since, what's the one with Whitney Houston and all of them on there? Toni Braxton, Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige.
You talking about a song?
No, the movie soundtrack.
Oh, now you talking about Waiting to Exhale?
Waiting to Exhale.
That was a good soundtrack. That was on there too.
To me, that was like the last just phenomenal soundtrack that matched the movie.
No,
I know they still making soundtracks. They just aren't having the same kind of cultural impact.
Yeah, you had Toni Braxton on here. You had Aaron Hall. Keith Washington, Tonight Is Right.
That was amazing.
I Die Without You, the PM Dawn, 7-Day Weekend by Grace Jones. End of the Road. See, I know my boys, the men. Y'all.
Yeah.
Boys, if y'all can't see it right here. I know my boys. Yes. So End of the Road was on there. Love Should Have Brought You Home with Tony Braxton.
Amazing record by Tony Braxton.
Amazing record. There You Go by Johnny Gill. Don't Want to Love You by Shanice. Feels Like Heaven by Kenny Vaughan, you know what I'm saying? Hot Sex performed by A Tribe Called Quest.
Which was a crazy song too. They shot a video for that.
Yeah.
Hot Sex on the Platter.
Hot Sex on the Platter.
Hot Sex on the Platter.
That's right. We don't get, I mean, I haven't seen, now, once again, we're talking about movies that were in the 90s, right? Even when you think about early 2000s, because what's the movie we're talking about? Best Man.
Yeah.
Best Man had a dope.
Did it?
Yes.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I have no clue. I have no recollection. And I heard that, and I know like we talk about sometimes that Issa Rae, she had started like doing a record label thing and signing artists and writers to make songs for her projects. I don't know where that has gone since, but like that is something that, you know, as an independent artist who's trying to get into sync, everybody right now is like, man, sync is where it's at. I'm trying to get on this movie or in this TV show or in this series. Like, I just think that there's a great opportunity in the independent space to marry great music with groundbreaking films. Cause
yeah, I mean, you had Allure in here. Allure, remember that?
Yeah,
Maxwell, Lauryn Hill, Kenny Lattimore, Faith Evans, Eric Benet. And then, of course, the best song.
The songs, but I know all of them people.
The best song on it was the song "The Best Man I Can Be" with Tyrese, Genuine, Case, and RL.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was probably the best. But once again, it is a '90s movie, 1999.
Yeah,
and so the quality of music that we had back then is so much different than the quality of music that we have today. When you think about rom-coms like this. Boomerang, even Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
probably we even consider Vampire Brooklyn to be a rom-com, even though Eddie Murphy was playing
it was
vampire,
more a comedy than
it was more of a comedy, but
it had
he
a
fell in love with a girl.
Aspect. Yeah.
Once again, it was in the 90s.
Yeah,
New Jack City wasn't a rom-com, but New Jack City
was in the 90s as well.
Was in the 90s,
amazing soundtrack. Yeah,
Strictly Business.
Yeah,
amazing soundtrack.
Yeah. Just saying. I just and don't get me wrong, because I know this music is still being made for soundtracks, and there's probably some great songs on some soundtracks and movies that have been made in the last 5 or 10 years. But the both movie and the music making the impact on the culture, like those that we're naming from the 90s, I just don't. I don't know where that's at right now. I think that's an open lane right now I challenge somebody to, I mean, because you could literally do it with music that's already out. Think about having a movie where you got Hours and Hours by Money Long in there in one scene. Then you got Folded by Kehlani in another scene. And then you got It All Depends by Chris Brown. And like there's music out there, but nobody has married the music to the cinematography, to the story.
Right. And that's because nobody's doing a rom-com like that. Nobody's doing anything that's
for our culture.
For ours. I mean, they're doing it for other people's culture.
I mean, you go on Netflix, there's always some new romantic comedy or on
with J-Lo. And
on Prime. Prime has had a couple pretty good ones, but
she was a maid and he was the owner, and they fell in love, and then
or I think there was one recently I saw where Jamie Foxx was like he used to be like a Secret Service agent or something, and then
with your girl Carmen Diaz. Is it Carmen Diaz?
You talking about Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron. Yeah, what's Carmen? Yeah,
was
Cameron.
Cameron? Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and
that was maybe like a year or two ago.
Yeah, and they had kids.
Yes,
that movie actually was really good.
It was good, right?
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie,
but I wouldn't say that's a black.
It absolutely
rom-com,
was not. No, it had, technically 2 minorities, but if you can even call Cameron Diaz a minority anymore, but we don't know what the music was like for that. But I'm just saying that
like
those movies are being made, just we aren't making them or starring in them if we are writing them. Where is that at? And it's gonna have to be phenomenal because, like you said, we're so programmed to it's got to be something salacious and quick to catch the attention. Like, for a movie to be good and us to sit through more than 40 minutes of it without scrolling on our phone, it's gonna have to be good. It's gonna have to catch the attention and hold it.
Yeah. Was Creed?
Where is the script? I know it's out there.
Was Creed a rom-com?
Creed?
It wasn't really comedy. So,
no, it was absolutely not comedy. It had a great love story.
Great love story, though.
But it was not
a comedy, though. It was more of a drom-com or something.
Drom-com.
Dramatic comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, but I think that's the same thing that happens in the independent music space. They're kind of trapped in that realm where they have to make music that, and it may even go against some of the things that they may be personally.
Yeah.
Right. But they feel like they got to make this. I was in a conversation, not to take it back to the, we were talking about earlier about the music production and making those types of videos. I was talking to a guy who's well known in the music community. He does YouTube videos and stuff like that, has tons of followers on YouTube. And he kind of got out of that same thing because he didn't want to get trapped into the algorithm, because it's like now they have to make those videos.
Yeah.
Even if they don't want to make those videos, in order to still get their viewership up, in order to still earn some type of financial, reach finances from that, they still got to make those videos. And some of those videos are actually worthless to watch. Like, my first beat, but the only thing you're doing is playing it, and you're saying, I put this here, I did this here, this is my first beat. But it's like you got to make that video in order for it to stay in the algorithm. I can guarantee you today, if I go out and I make a video on my MPC Live 2, I'm pointing over because that's where it is. MPC Live 2, my MPC X that's over there, my machine, and do a video in my Key 37, which is in the kitchen right now because I was playing on it before you got here. If I make a video by each one of those, and my push that's sitting over there, my push 2, and just do a video about, I'm just making a little simple beat, I can guarantee you they're going to get thousands of views.
Yeah, easy. People want to see your process. They want to see. I try to get producers to do that, and they just don't have the discipline to make themselves either record it or sit down and do it or edit it or whatever. But it's so impactful because every producer becomes a critic of another producer.
Yes.
They want to see that video. Yes. Let me see how he...
And it really has little value for me as a producer.
He turned the power button on wrong. That ain't even how I hit my...
Exactly.
I don't hit my power button like that. Like, it'd be something. You'd be watching everything they do. Oh, okay, all right.
It has little value for me,
right,
as a person who's creating the content, because I'm not really giving you anything. I'm just, I pressed this this pad. Oh, I added this, hi-hat.
People like to see that.
They love to see that. And for the life of me, I don't know why.
I think it's something interesting about other people's process. And then especially within the music industry, because we compare ourselves to...
But here's the thing.
We either taking notes or we critiquing off the top.
Facts. But go figure out your process. I think that's the thing. Figure out how you work and what your workflow is, and how the tool you got half of the producers that are out here that I can guarantee you, they got a product, right? Let's say they got the machine, the Live 2, and they could have got it last month. The Live 3 come out, they could definitely gonna buy it. Or they're gonna go, oh, Ableton came out with a new DAW, but I'm using Logic. Let me jump over to Ableton. And it's like, well, first of all, you don't even know how to use Logic, really.
Yeah.
Do you know all the ins and outs of Logic? Does Ableton even meet the workflow that you have? No, you just want to use something new. Why? Because you saw your favorite YouTube producer used that, and now you think you need to use that same thing. Oh, because I saw them do X, Y, and Z, and it's like, oh, let me do the same thing too. That's why I actually got out of making.
Say, come to find out, they just making content just to be making.
They're just making content to stay in the algorithm.
Yeah.
And half of the videos that I've watched, and just like, this was a useless video. What was the point of this entire video? You didn't really teach me anything that's going to, and maybe that's my own personal opinion, but you didn't really teach me anything that was going to progress what I'm doing today. Yeah. Help me to enhance it, progress it, take me to the next level, whatever terminology they want to use. You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me anything, because all you just said, well, hey, I just put this here, and what is that? What is that going to show? And that was the conversation Brian and I got into about that. Was like, I can sit and press buttons all day and tell you, how to press buttons all day, but what is that really going to do for you? You don't know anything about the music business. You don't know anything about copyrighting your music. You don't even know how to register your music. So why am I going to waste my time teaching you how to make a beat? Let me teach you actually. Yeah, go. You can figure that out. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you can figure out how to make a beat.
Right.
Right. And then maybe you want to watch some other videos. Yeah, that's cool.
I get it. So you're saying like, but the goal of a purposeful content creator is to give people something that they don't already have, or something that they need in order to move with what they have.
That's my perspective.
That is the
That's my perspective. That is the Indie Unplugged perspective. We're going to give you tools and resources, which is what I don't do. I used to do those. Here's how you layer drums on the machine. Nobody knew that. They were like, yo, that's crazy. I still get comments in that video today. That's the video that got 50,000 views, was how to layer drums on the machine. They're like, I never know you could do that. Oh. But a lot of videos that I see on YouTube from content creators who make music is, oh, hey, I got a new device. Oh, let me show you. Yeah, you like that, right?
Right. It's already made.
That's it. Hey, let's go. And don't y'all think that people sitting up here on making these videos on YouTube and they're just doing it right from scratch?
Right. It's already.
They're already playing that whole beat up.
That.
Yeah, because I'll be sitting. They be like, all right, got that. Oh, I got that part too.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Nah, they already know exactly what they're gonna do before they make. They spend like a week doing that.
Practicing that.
Before I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. And so I just stay out of that realm. And as an educator, I just can't see myself doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just can't. I'd rather talk about this book than to show you how to press a button over here. Yeah, that's my thing.
People like them both.
They do, and it's
a space for us all.
They like that more than they like this though. Like if you were to compare videos on YouTube, and I started going through like an analysis. I mean, maybe I should go back and really dig deep and make a video about that. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. About how many, and just find examples of how many views videos about music publishing and the music business get, in contrast to videos about music production and beat making.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the equivalent to one of these things is sexy and one of them is not.
And this is not sexy.
No,
this is absolutely not sexy.
Having your business together is not sexy. What is sexy is the story about after you got swindled because your business wasn't together.
Now that's people want
to hear that. They want,
yes, they
and
do.
They want to see you make the music.
Yes,
but
they do.
That in between part where you took the time to learn about. That's not clickbait enough right there.
Hey, here's how I set up my business plan.
Right.
I first created a
right.
And they don't want to hear that. They're
like,
nah, that's not sexy.
Let me show you.
That's not sexy. But turning them lights on and have them lights flash and pressing the pads and
they want
hearing the sounds, they want to hear and see all of that. Yeah. And a lot of times they want to hear and see it because they feel like, hey, maybe you can add something to my workflow, my production style, something like that. But I think it's just the flashiness of watching a person. Now, if I'm going
I do know some producers and especially engineers that, if it's somebody that they respect, then they do watch the videos with almost they're looking for those nuances, like those things that they're doing. That's like, Oh, so he using that with that.
Yeah.
They're looking for the learning lesson in them.
But
There
that's-
are a lot that will
there
just sit and let them videos play
Yes.
and see if they can catch something.
Yes. And I think a lot of that is the intent. Maybe it's not the intent, but the intent to say, okay, I'm making a beat, but my intent is to make it instructional in some capacity. Now, if you're just, and I saw a video.
But what's scary at this point, and we almost at the point where I see engineers now doing these promo videos for Suno, talking about, man, Suno took my idea and look what I got in 2 minutes. I'm like, you dirty traitor.
Yeah.
So throw all the equipment in the trash then. All you need is a laptop and a Suno subscription.
Yeah.
You don't need a keyboard, a beat machine.
You don't need anything.
That's filthy. Go wash your backside.
Go wash your backside with that.
What's wrong with
That's
you?
crazy because, and when you really sit back and think about it, yeah, we got all this music equipment that we use to make music, and we got people out here who even know how to use the equipment, but it's easier and it's quicker and it's faster to do it in Suno.
It's a novelty though. It's like a yo-yo. And I think my man, the producer Trap, said this to me. Like, you get the yo-yo and it go up and down and you learn some tricks and then you're like, oh man, this is cool. But after like a week or two, you like, all it do is go up and down. Like, I done made it go up and down as me. So it's like, okay, every song idea you have, you can tell it to make, and it makes it, and now it's done. So 50 song ideas later, are you even still listening to idea number 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Mm-mm. And
then you can't do anything with them because basically they were created off of, what is it, open source content. So it's not like you can.
They don't care.
So what did you do? So now it's like,
I think that's the thing. They don't care.
You can see there's like Reddit forums where people are like, it was cool at first, but then once I made 150 ideas, which only took me a week to do, now I don't really have nothing left to do. I done made every goofy song I could make, and it's a novelty thing. Like, you can't expect us to take that seriously.
I don't think they care.
I don't think they're not gonna have to care because I don't see a path to profitability.
They think they see a path to profitability though.
How?
Because
I mean, I guess you can say in terms of the AI, the poet who made the AI artist.
Matter of fact,
but you know what? I guarantee if we could see the budget sheets on that, more money has been spent than money has been made. The money that the label spent to sign them, the money that they spent to get the songs promoted to the point where they are, even money they spent on the software itself. I bet they've spent more money than they've made.
Probably. Usually that's how it goes though. In the beginning, you spend a lot of money and then you recoup that money back. And so then hopefully you're making more money than what you actually spent. But I mean, that's the hopes, right? You're signing a person and giving them money, and you have made nothing off of them yet. So you're spending, you know, for an advance if you're giving them an advance, for production so they can go out and get the music. Unless you have in-house producers who are
it's Suno, so it's in-app producers.
Yeah, so when you think about like how it used to be, they're spending a whole lot of money before they even reap any type of ROI off of that.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy is...
But now where's the money? So literally the only money that can be made is off of streaming.
Yep.
And I saw that the songs had been added to some radio stations, had actually went ahead and picked it up, which I thought was disgusting.
They're about to pick it up.
They did. It was like the number 6, one of these, what's the artist name? Zania
Monet.
Zania Monet. Yeah, one of the songs was like number 6 on songs added to media base for the month of whatever last month was. Who cares? It's a new month now.
So I just saw this headline. The executive, and it's right here, the executive who signed AI artist Zania Monet promoted to head of A&R at Hallwood. I mean, I guess Hallwood is a label of some kind.
Is it a
But
subsidiary of something major?
I'm about to find out. Danny Jacobson has been promoted to the head of A&R at Hallwood Media, a recording management, publishing, distribution, and merch company. He will oversee A&R across all divisions of the company, guiding a roster of over 100 signees. 100 signees? 100 signees?
So it's basically a distribution, the DSP.
Yes. It has to be in some capacity, because how do you have...
It's TuneCore.
But look at this. News of the promotion comes day. No, hey, I don't knock it, because if my family members do a great job, they should be rewarded. I can promote them too. So he is the cousin of the founder of Hallwood, Neil Jacobson, spearheaded Hallwood's controversial but groundbreaking AI artist signing strategy, including the signing of this fake artist.
Yeah, so imagine CD Baby says we also have a label. That's basically what this Hallwood is.
So check this out. Look at this crap. Danny, however, has signed far more than just Monet. According to a press release about his promotion, he has inked other so-called AI-powered talent, including China Styles, Bleeding Verse, Drew Meadows, Lone Star Lyric House, David Sven, and several other projects still to be announced. They're going to have an entire, and I think that's what this company is setting themselves up to be, and an AI media or an AI company, a case where they only have AI artists,
and that's fine.
And they're promoting that's it. That's
at
all
least
they got.
I know when I see
Hallwood,
not to listen to that, it's not a real artist, so I'm not interested.
I'm not interested in
that's
Hallwood.
Perfect. Put them all in one place. That way I know where not to be.
Yeah, like that. This exactly. I'm not going to be there, because the song that Zania Monet, her single "How Was I Supposed to Know," reached #1 on Billboard's R&B digital sales chart and was #1 most added song at R&B radio last week by fake. Now, people are going to argue and say, well, the lady who wrote the songs is real. I was having this conversation with a homie of mine, and we were talking about there's always going to be a human element to it, because if you're the poet person writing the lyrics, or if you are the prompter inputting the details, there's still a human element to it. So you can't. So people are going to go, well, you can't say it's 100% AI,
but you can, though,
because there's a human person that's there doing something.
That's terrible. That's horrible.
That's horrible.
I said, think about the person who took vocal lessons from 10 to 25 years old to master that vocal that now we love so much. Beyonce, right? And she's got, come on, man. I know that's a real conversation that people have, but if you listen to Beyonce when she first started and listen to Beyonce,
well, that's good, because they can't see my face on that.
She's phenomenal.
She can't see the face I'm making. So
her individual improvement on her instrument is phenomenal. Maybe compared to others, not as, but
a lot
it's
of vocal production on there.
Whoo.
And Troy Taylor doing triple work.
Listen to the Beyonce song "Best Love I Never Had." Just listen to that song. We'll play it when we're done here. But imagine now just taking a vocal, or maybe even your voice, and saying, hey, take my voice, my speaking voice, and now sing a song about a man who did me wrong and about how I came out of that relationship. You didn't write any lyrics. You just had a song idea. You didn't actually write lyrics.
Yep.
You told it to write a song about that. So you didn't actually creatively articulate.
You didn't do anything, except
you didn't sing it.
You didn't do anything except type it.
That's a slap in the face to those people who took those vocal lessons, who learned how to play those instruments, who took the time to learn how to layer those drums. All that And they, you know what Suno said? Hey, thanks, man, for showing me what the layering of the drum sounds like. I'll go ahead and I'll take that from you. Appreciate you. And then I'm gonna layer them drums like you did. Except for I'm not gonna give you credit for doing it or for showing me how it was done.
That's right.
I think that there's something very mentally twisted about the person who finds enjoyment in listening to that beyond the novelty of it. Like if you say, "Oh man, it's crazy that a computer could do that." Okay, well, back to
people. This is real business for people.
I know
this is a real business that people are looking to build for themselves a catalog to say, "I am a quote unquote artist in some type of way. I am a music aficionado, in some capacity." And I don't know how to do anything musically.
That's crazy.
I'm
gonna
musically
say it right now.
challenged.
If you're an independent artist and you are like, now I'm using Suno, man, it's so easy. I'm getting stuff done so quick. You were never really an artist. You were never, because if you had any integrity, any love, any true passion for the creative arts, it does not come from anything other than your mind, your hands, and your heart.
I mean,
it can't come off a hard drive. Like, stop playing.
I mean, it's similar to a producer.
It's no, that's still the same as true to me though.
Yeah,
to me, like, it's nothing. All the videos is gone, man. It's over. It's over. Timbaland out here just sitting back. What are you gonna do now? Brush his backwards waves or whatever? Like his neck wave, brush his neck waves.
But
like,
you know,
those were those moments where you be like, yeah, you know, we were sitting down and just vibing on the piano. All of that's that's over. Now that's over.
What?
That's sick.
That's over. That is over.
That's insane.
All of that, me sitting in the studio, messing around with some chords.
Like you said, you was in there on the machine. No, why you doing that? Here, let me show you this new program I got.
I could be in Suno. I like, but some of the best songs come from just those moments. I was watching a video with Oakfelder, right? And he was talking about how he was in there making, you know, just some chords, and Demi Lovato was in there, and that's how the song "Baby, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry." Yeah, because he was doing some stuff, and she was like, "Well, that sounds pretty cool." And she was like, "Can you?" He was like, and she was like, "Yo, hold up, that's them days is gone. Them days is
tragic.
Them days is gone.
That is absolutely.
You're
tragic.
not getting those anymore."
I hope that we saying that, and I hope that that's enough like shock value for people to be like, okay, we not gonna do that.
It's not.
Because again, it's like a yo-yo.
It's not.
Once you've done it, it's done.
It's not.
It's not the same as the entire creative process. It's like the same reason why back in the day, everybody thought that every artist wrote all their own songs. It's because you wanted to really get into the mindset of that person and how they put that thought together. And you wanted it all to be one thing, not a bunch of things, right? But now we saying it don't even have to be a person. And it don't have to, as long as it strikes a chord with me.
They don't care.
That's nasty.
They don't care. Why? Because we have made music a commodity in such a way. Well, one, anybody can do music in any capacity and achieve some type of success in some way.
That's sad.
Right? Whether I'm I mean, because now there isn't any quality control that is being initiated on any music. I mean, when you think about how it used to be, record labels controlled all the whole thing. They weren't putting out songs that they thought were, "Nah, I don't like that. We ain't putting that out." Or, "No, you ain't saying that. We ain't putting that out. This is kind of what we're looking for from your project. Boom, we're gonna put that out," right? Now, not today. I mean, today I can sit and make a song on my MPC and do some crappy vocals and put it on, mix it some kind of way. Maybe I don't even got to mix it.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounds good the way it is.
Or it don't matter because once you put it into the program, it's going to mix it for you anyway.
Exactly. I can take it to Lander and do a free mix on it and release on the DSP and keep it moving. But I think people have this perception that they feel like they're just going to make money. It becomes a commodity in that sense because they're like and devaluation because they feel like it's a get rich scheme. It's a pyramid. It's like a pyramid scheme. It's like a get rich thing. Oh, I can just make these songs in Suno and load it up to Spotify and Tidal and any of these other DSPs, and somehow, some way, it's going to go viral. Somebody's going to hear it, and so boom. If I got 150 tracks,
right? It's nasty work, man. I even hear people out here So let's say you had a song.
They better not.
You had a song,
Y'all better not
right?
do that.
And they ain't really like how you sounded on there.
See?
So then they take
problems.
that same song and put their voice on it. I've seen artists posting stuff, and I use the term artist loosely, where they literally let the program re-sing their vocals. So it's in their voice, but it's re-sang by the program.
Right.
So the level of execution just went up 10 notches because the artist wasn't hitting on nothing in the first place.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, I don't know, the equivalent to giving a song a BBL. They gave the record a BBL. And it's like you looking at it and you like, yeah, it sound better, but I know it ain't real.
It ain't real.
It look better, but it ain't real though.
Like it feel all crazy.
Yeah, it's like too symmetrically correct, and it still ain't good. But artists are doing that, and I use the term artist again loosely because I don't think my personal opinion is that a real artist would not do that. Would not put their own voice into it and let it re-sing a song for them.
I'm not doing that.
That's nasty work.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's nasty work.
That's nasty.
But people are doing that.
Yeah. Y'all need to stop that. Like ASAP.
Cut it all out.
Cut it out. Yeah. Go be a real artist. Go be a real artist.
Or go plant flowers. Do something else.
Become a songwriter. At least if you got some great songs, go give it to somebody else.
Just go twerk on a pole. Just leave music alone. Can just leave our music alone? Can we have our music? Like, because if you don't want to do music, don't do it. But don't be in here prompting a whole album with your nasty ass.
It's a great way to try to make some money, though. It's a great way to try to make some money. If I can get it into a space where, because DSPs accept it.
Yeah.
And so if they accept it.
But now they're accepting it, but asking you to tell them the truth about whether or not it was or was not. And I think that obviously people are still trying to upload it and say, no, this is real. Just like if I'm an artist and I let Suno re-sing it, but sing it in my voice, do I have to tell them that was AI? That's technically not AI, right?
You ain't singing it.
I wrote the song.
But you're not singing it.
I sang it one time. And then I put it in. That's like it. Just like it's like auto. It's like the ultimate auto tune because not only did it re-sing it and sing it better than I sang it, it used my tone.
That's like if you try to write like an email, and you write out the email, and then you put in ChatGPT, write this better, and then you send that as a thing.
Yeah.
Did you really write it? You did. You wrote it.
Yeah.
It reformatted to make it better.
And then you gave it a BBL.
And you gave it like
you gave it
y'all giving y'all music BBLs out there.
Chill with your BBLs is mad heavy.
y'all giving music BBLs out there by using Sunos because it's fake. Right?
Crazy.
Y'all giving them fake BBLs and fake breastises and
just
y'all
lips,
all silicone,
just
out here,
Botox in the face. Songs
in your lips and in your eyes.
They ain't moving.
That's crazy.
They ain't moved since the opening interlude.
That's crazy. Your hope, man. See, that's why I really can't get down with AI like that. When I first saw it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy.
We all said that.
I can see how this could be used. People are going to be setting up these little music channels on YouTube to start trying to earn. They're going to make 150 songs and put them on a loop. Kind of like how you see like those
the lo-fi.
Yeah, the lo-fi joint. They about to do all of those and just I saw all types of possibilities, but not at the level that it's at right now.
Yeah.
Not at the level where I think that you were going to try to have it be the thing that does the music. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah.
That's like if I'm an author and I let the ChatGPT write the whole book.
Yeah. Which I'm sure someone's done it already.
Am I the author of it?
They nasty ass.
Just because we're in there going, hey, I don't like how that sounds. Hey, reformat this. Hey, redo it this way. Hey, yeah, kind of take that out. It should stay. It should stay like if I was writing a script. It should say interior versus exterior. It's supposed to be day but not night, right? We're in the house and not outside.
Yeah.
Like
there's literally so in the television and film world, there is something called coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And coverage is where you take a script and you literally give it to someone and their job is to read it and pull it apart.
Yep.
They're looking for continuity. They're looking to make sure that storylines match up. They're looking to make sure that, like you said, the day or the night or the was it fog on the window or was it that kind of thing. They're doing like a continuity read and they're making sure that things fit into the framework of how life itself happens. Because sometimes when you write, you may skip around because you're trying to complete a thought, but not think through all the things that happen in the course of an action.
That's how some of the movies be having holes in their plots.
Because they don't have coverage. They didn't do coverage, right? So this is basically saying no more coverage is needed. You can eliminate their job and take your script and dump it in the ChatGPT.
Facts.
And there's people who are making a living off of doing coverage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now ChatGPT becomes your coverage.
Yeah. And not even to say that it's going to do it right.
Right. Because ChatGPT does make mistakes.
Plenty of the times.
This world we live in, man.
So exciting or not. It's nerve-wracking at this point.
Right.
To know what's going to happen next.
Man. It's crazy. But shoot. I'm looking for all three of us to be here next week.
I know.
I'm gonna have to wear something crazy next week. Because we all three gonna be here. That's the only time I'm
watching that episode with you with that wig on, I was like, it was worth the watch just for the wig. Just for the wig.
I already know what I got. I already know what I'm wearing next time. Next week on Friday when y'all both here, I know what I'm gonna have on. Yeah. I already planned it out.
Oh man. Gotta get my outfit ready. Look, iron my clothes and lay them out on the bed.
Like how we used to do
back in school.
Yo, when we was back in school, them clothes was crisp. You knew what you was gonna wear.
You like, ooh, I'm gonna kill him on Thursday.
Look at this.
Ooh, wait till Thursday. Hit him with something light on Wednesday.
I got the new shoes.
I'm coming back with them new shoes.
But yeah, I could have the flyest gear when I was in school, but I still had BCGs though, so it didn't matter. It was always an offset. Yo, your gear look fly, but what's up with them BCG glasses you got on, bro? Like, ain't nobody gonna talk to you with them birth control glasses on. It's not my fault that the military. These are military issue glasses, bro. Like,
great. Like, oh, them glasses bulletproof.
They probably were. For sure. But man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for once again attending another episode here of the Indie Unplugged. Man, we out. Appreciate y'all. And hope y'all find some great nuggets and wealth in this conversation. Peace out.